Something you may not know about me is I love music. I love listening to music, playing music, singing, writing songs. And this love for music really started from a young age. You see, I grew up in a musical family. My dad played guitar and sang. My three sisters were all very musical, taking piano lessons and voice lessons from early on. A big part of my childhood memories involves some form of music practice. There was piano or voice or guitar, so there was no escaping the influence of music growing up. A natural outlet for all of that musical talent was obviously the church. Just an aside, the next time you watch one of your favorite music talent shows like The Voice or American Idol, pay attention to how many of those contestants started their journey in love for music in the church. I'd say it's probably at least 60% or higher. Anyway, it was no different for me. Church was a natural outlet for me to grow as a musician and begin to use my talents to serve God. I've been involved in leading worship at church in some capacity since I was in high school, so let's just say I've been doing it a long time. But in that time, I've had the unique vantage point to see music more than an end in itself, but rather a means to point us to something greater, the worship of God. Without getting into a full philosophical breakdown of music and its role in our lives, I'll just simply say this. Music, unlike anything else in our physical existence, has the ability to capture and collide our feelings, experiences, and truth about life, unlike anything else. So for me, understanding that music is something created by God for His glory and our enjoyment, it has been a source of great delight for me, as well as a vehicle for creativity. Over the years, I've written several songs, primarily worship songs, and I thought it might be fun to share those with you, along with a little backstory and perhaps the meaning of them. So, where do I begin? Well, I guess at the beginning. Writing songs is really something that I've been doing since I started learning guitar in high school. I went to a studio even once to record a few of them. That was rough. However, I did get to sing a few of them on our local Christian TV station during their Fundothon.
Why, when I see a storm on the way, I choose to stay, not run away. The sun is shining and wishes I would follow him.
Ah, the memories. But probably the first song that really stood out to me above the others was a song that I wrote right before a winter youth retreat that I was leading worship at. When you hear about songwriters saying things like, the song basically wrote itself, well, that was the experience that I had in writing this song. I remember praying about the theme and trying to figure out what songs to sing and to put into our set lists, and nothing really fit. And I remember that I wasn't able to really find that song that captured the heart of what the weekend was about. So I picked up my guitar and out came a song. I probably wrote it within, it had to have been maybe an hour from start to finish. And it's just a simple song, nothing complicated. But I remember being nervous to sing it at the retreat. I'll never forget, the first time that I started singing it and how the students connected with it and how God began to use that song to to speak to students' lives and to break down barriers and call students closer to himself. It quickly became the rallying cry of the retreat, and moreover, a song used within the greater body of Christ there at that church during that time. And it was amazing. Since then, I've kept that song in my set list rotation, though used sparingly. But it still holds a significant place in my heart, not just because others liked it or found it meaningful, but because God used it to confirm in me, at the time a young, inexperienced worship leader, that He had given me these talents and purpose for a reason. And that through those talents and giftings, that many would be pointed to the throne of Jesus in worship and adoration. I can still picture me sitting there at the computer with my guitar in that first apartment, humming this tune and writing down lyrics that just seemingly popped into my head. And only now can I look back and see the fingerprints of God all over the creation of this song. All That I Am, a song that captures the depths and simplicity of a life surrendered to God.
So here I am, I'm on my knees to worship you with all of me. So here I am, I'm on my knees to worship you with all of me. You are made creator, my Father and Savior, Redeemer of all that's within. You are loving, abiding, sufficient is my King. I give to you all that I am. You are maker, creator, my Father.